What's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to go over this NFL linebacker workouts. We're going to see what the pros are actually doing. From my perspective, I think that NFL athletes are one of the most complete raw type of athletes that we have in any type of sport. Obviously, I'm not discrediting any type of athletes, but I think that NFL and especially linebackers are one of the most complete type of athletes. They have to be fast, they have to be agile, they have to be able to jump, and they have to be able to sprint, and obviously they're very strong as well. So with that being said, this is a world-class athlete, so let's look exactly at their workouts, see what this guy is doing in the offseason, see what he's focusing on, and see the way he workouts.
Drop. A little bit more sudden. Come on. Pull. Drop. Yep, right there. That's all. One more like that. Pull. Drop. Hold. Up. Good. Walk it in. Good. Good.
All right, so this is speed and explosiveness training. So I'm supposing that he'll do some sprints, some acceleration work, maybe a lot of plyos, maybe some strength work. I've never seen this video before, so I don't know what's coming, but I'm just supposing that this is what this training is going to be all about.
Aggressive on each contact. In. Legs locked.
Okay, so immediately, straight off the bat, what I really like in this warm-up already is that he's focusing a lot on the hips, right? Like he's doing a lot of hip work, hip mobility work, working on the pelvic stability, even doing the 90-90. 90-90 is great exercise, work on external rotation, internal rotation of the hips. So great job there.
There you go. All the way down. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Slow up. Chest down across.
So then the hip axials too. Some guided mobility with the trainer. Him really focusing on keeping that glute contraction, making sure that he's actually in the ground, and then really focusing on that external rotation of the hip. So love that as well.
Two more this direction. Good. Good. So when we're going here, we're trying to reach back as far as we can. I want to see that chest get all the way down to that far knee, so we're getting that full rotation, and then we're working to get as far as we can across the bottom, and then we're going to bring it back this way, chest all the way over, keep reaching back, trying to expand every time we go on this about a ½ inch, right? So trying to get a little bit farther, nice and slow, feeling the spine rotate all the way through all these different positions.
Okay, yeah, so this first part of the workout is just really focused on his lower back, his hips. This is just mobility work. Love the way he starts his workouts, also focusing on the breathing, especially, really important. Great warm-up, great way to get the workout started here.
Good bounce, good rhythm. Good, backward A skip, come back.
Okay, so then after this mobility workout, he goes into his more dynamic warm-up, starting off with some split squat holds. Love these. Good isometric. This will be pretty light for an elite athlete like him, but it gets the blood flowing. Great for tendon health. Has a lot of benefits. Soft tissue benefits as well. So for him, this is really a warm up. For some people, this might already be quite a workout, but just 20 seconds hold per side should be pretty easy. Also, like I said, a great way to warm up.
Good. Okay. Attack down here, fast load on the hips.
So then we go into these warm-up drills. Seems like some extensive plyos, some running, so specific running drills. Great for technique work. Get some extra ground contacts in at low intensity. So also great for the lower leg. Just great stuff overall. Just getting the body ready, warm up. Like I said, I don't know what's coming, but I really think there's some speed work coming up. He's doing some technique work, so it seems like he's warming up mainly for that.
Good. A little bit quicker coming out. So
so again here with these lateral shuffles, working on movement efficiency, getting the body ready to move smoothly. Some technique work, so really low intensity in terms of actual speed, but working on some coordination, some timing, some movement efficiency. Love that as well.
Okay, take it. Second rep. Try and push out a little bit farther to the side.
Yeah, so then we have these ankle bound series. I love these as well. I use them actually quite a bit with my athletes too. Just really focusing on that lower leg complex, jumping from the ankle, elasticity through the Achilles.
Same thing.
Yeah, I see the second series. He's like changing positions, Yeah, great exercise. I do them lateral as well, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so in this third series, he does it lateral well, so he goes side to side. Really easy way to get some contacts in through that ankle. Again, low intensity, but all the volume of these extensive plyos really add up over a whole off season. So yeah, great exercise here.
Trying to create the distance out on each step, and then having the rhythm to tap, and then get into the next one. All right, and against resistance is challenging. So we did a really good job on that one. All right. So we're gonna have one more on this side, then we're gonna have an unresisted set today. Aggressive push. Quick and bounce, quick and bounce. Yep. Yes. Good. There you go.
Wake it up, bro.
Yeah, so after these, he goes into these lateral pogos again, some extensive plyo. So I'm supposing from what I'm seeing that this is like an early off season. He's really focusing a lot on working on elasticity in this lower leg from the ankles up. So foundational work, really trying to focus on internal external rotation with these lateral pogos from the of the ankle. So great, but there's a lot of extensive plyos here, low intensity work.
So it should be pretty good resistance, like overspeed pulling you in on this cut. Okay. Good. Third rep here, aggressive. Good. Hit and
Okay,
pop.
so after these,
1,
he's
2,
going
out.
into these. Okay, so after these, he's going into these sprints. The sprints are resisted, so he's using this cable. Obviously, you can do nothing wrong with this. This is simple speed work. This is great work. Like, he's really keeping this simple. Like, he's not doing something fancy, like jumping on a trampoline or nothing like that. This is simple speed work, acceleration work. This is amazing, and it's great to see NFL athletes. So like, elite world-class athletes do this type of speed work.
Violent cuts, but then being able to bounce out of it and get out of it quick. So that's a big focus when we're going here on this one. And again, the overspeed and the resistance makes it a lot more challenging with that. So let's get it. These are the different pivots we're working to.
Yeah. What time you go right after?
Good. That was a better rep.
So then after this actual resisted sprints, he's going straight into overspeed sprints. So actually the cable will be pulling him forward. So he's actually going to have to move his legs faster than he actually naturally could, kind of like how you would be doing the downhill sprint. This is great for the neural connection of like actually teaching your body how to operate at these type of speeds. This is not something that I would do with any type of athlete. Obviously, there's also a high risk, but since this is again a really elite level athlete, this is a method that you can use that's safe to use with this type of athlete. I wouldn't do it too much, but at some periods of time, this is definitely something that could help, and that also could push this athlete past a plateau, for example, and really give the body like a different type of stimulus, right?
Good. Okay, so when we're going here, all right, the key, the pairing here is that the bands, as we come up, it's more resistance, so we have to accelerate the bar off the pins faster than we normally would with a straight weight. And then the pins is we're going from a static position. So what we're working on is our rate of force development.
So then, in terms of the strength work here, he's doing some really high step-ups with a barbell grade. So it's all leg drive straight from the glutes up, posterior chain, so like a really deep angle here. This is great work. This will really transfer to like his acceleration work, first couple steps. This is great work. Really keeping it simple, right? Like this is again an elite level athlete doing the most basic stuff you can possibly do.
Good hold, then big explosion up here. Hold.
Okay, so then he's supersetting these with rear foot elevated cycle jumps, Bulgarian split squat jumps. Again, there's a contrast set, just teaching his body basically to produce as much force as possible with these jumps after coming straight out of this strength exercise. So again, just basic contrast sets. This second movement here is basically similar from a biomechanic movement standpoint. So it's also really posterior chain driven, right? So really comes from the glutes, the hamstrings. So again, great exercise here and great intent also from this athlete.
We'll go in. Drop. Good. Try and let it even. So your goal is to almost like let it fall and catch it like a millimeter off the bottom. So you got to pull as hard as you can and then relax and let it just catch it. Ready, and go. Drop. There, that's what I want. Drop. Good, okay, relax. You get the feeling on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what I want is I'm gonna have you go, I'm gonna put a 10 on. Okay, tie back, tall chest.
Okay, so this is interesting. So he's actually ending the workout with some isometrics, some overcoming isometrics, really working on rate of force development. So he's basically doing a rack pull from a split squat position, really working on rate of force development. So how much force can he produce in a short amount of time? This is something that from a central nervous system standpoint is really, really fatiguing. And from a muscular standpoint, something that is not as taxing. So instead of, for example, really doing heavy split squats, he can get the same stimulus or similar stimulus from a isometric standpoint, right? So that's probably why this coach is programming this at the end of the workouts. I also like to program it actually at the start of the workouts to prime the body to produce as much force as possible. But you can also do it at the end, just different purpose. Probably because this athlete is already kind of fatigued at the end of the workout. So therefore, to really get an RFD stimulus, you can do these isometric exercises also at the end.
Pretty solid. All right, we just want to try to be snappier, faster, which is easier said than done. Okay. So like the last one was a good example. Again, you didn't see it, but like hopefully we'll see it here. That mind, so like nothing changed in the 10 seconds we went from one leg to the other. But I think, I don't know, I kind of just told him we just want to be quicker or whatever. And he
This is a great exercise as well. So in one of the last clips here of the workout, he's basically stepping off this little platform. Once he comes down, he really uses his hip power and then also obviously his upper body, his arms, and his back to throw that ball as high as possible. So this is kind of like an upper body / full body plyometric, but really coming from the hips and the power from the back posterior chain. So it seems like this is more like a posterior chain kind of workout, also with the resisted sprints and stuff. So yeah, I like this workout as well. I like this particular exercise as well here at the end.
Kind of program and organized training to kind of keep the plyos, the speed, the power work kind of set up like that. So again, awesome session. Jonas does an awesome job. He comes in every day, works hard, just completely dialed in, focused in, super easy to work with. Yeah, so hopefully you guys got a lot from that. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, and what was that? Oh, people were asking, what's that shirt? What was your buddy's company?
Dreams of Triumph.
Dreams of Triumph, the Kobe shirt. He didn't wear it. He didn't wear the. Oh, that's like a regular.
Yeah. So overall, this is a great workout. Really focus on power, speed. Basic strength work. So basically what I want you guys to take away from this is that even elite level athletes just stick to the basics, right? There's nothing really fancy here. This guy is doing basic plyometrics, resisted sprints, basic strength work, basic plyometrics, all focused on hip power, glute power, basic things that make this athlete even better. So even though you're at this level, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to do fancy things. There's always ways to progress and become a better athlete. And that's exactly what this NFL linebacker is doing as well. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.